Hello, Frugal Reporters. This is Captain Frugal reporting for duty. Wow, it's a little bit of a wet and yucky day out, but at least the temperature's not freezing cold. This is another episode of Road Rage. Road Rage, if you're not familiar, if you're a new subscriber to the channel, are completely off-the-cuff videos. They're more conversation videos. I hope to hear you in the comments and have you share your thoughts and things. They're completely unscripted and they're completely safe. Just for, I have a hands-free. I put my phone in this little holder here that I made, and I just talking to it. Yeah, I didn't even buy a fancy phone holder. I use a homemade one. I got it from a garage sale. It's like this sandwich kind of tray thing that fits into your cup compartment slot, and I cut out a little grooves and put like a fancy kind of a rubber band that holds it in. So that's my really fancy holder there. Anyway, so today, Comic-Con, I looked at that Comic-Con, and once again, another bad sales drop. February was not a good selling month for comic books, and it just seems like this is such a common trend now. And they like to push the blame, the comic book companies, on everything but what maybe they should be doing. And why I decided to make this video is because of what happened last night to me, as well as this morning. So in this morning, I'm getting ready for work. I go downstairs, and on the table is one of my little girl's new toys that she got, because her aunt took her to McDonald's and got her a Happy Meal, I guess, and she got a Teen Titans toy. And so when I got home from work anyway, she was so happy to come and show me her new superhero toy. Because if you don't follow, my 3-year-old little girl, I call her the American Dream, loves superheroes and princesses and Minnie Mouse, but she absolutely loves superheroes. Her favorite superhero is Thor. Well, anyway, she was so excited that she got a new superhero toy. I was like, oh, wow. And she got none other than Cyborg. So she was completely happy, absolutely wonderfully happy that she got Cyborg. And then that got me to thinking when I was looking at the Comic-Con sales. Once again, these comic companies think that for us to enjoy a character, that character has to look like us, has to be the same gender, same color, same sexual orientation, whatever it may be. And they're 100% wrong, absolutely wrong. I've mentioned this before, and I'm going to mention it again because I see this through my youth. These ideas that they have to look like you is a problem that's in them. They're not right. Our kids don't have that problem. Kids are innocent. Kids, like all. If they don't, that's because of what their parents brought in. Those differences, like, oh, well, they don't look like me. That's their parents bringing that trait to them, not them. Because they don't care. These kids don't care what gender. My little girl does not care that Thor is a boy. She just likes Thor, and it's not a sexual attraction. She's 3. She likes the character. She thinks he's great. She likes, play around as Thor. She thinks Cyborg is great. She loves the character. Once again, this is a construct. This idea that they have to be just like us to like is a construct in these comic book writers' heads. What screwed them up to this? It's their teachings and everything else they've been through. Either it was their parents or teachings, these liberal schools telling you how everything is segregated. Now, granted, I understand marketing plenty, that marketing does segregation and target marketing based on many demographics. But this is the problem, though. But in marketing, with that known, the goal is to get as much of the market as possible, and these people tended to get as little as the market as possible because they're too busy trying to say, this isn't for you, this is for this person. And I think it shows that in the numbers. They did it with Captain Marvel. If it's a white male, you're not really made for this movie. And you know what? And I know people, Captain Marvel did great, you idiot. It did okay. Yeah, it did okay. But let's be honest, it had a huge lead-in in marketing because of Avengers. Would it have done that good without the connection to the Avengers movies? I don't think it would have. I could be wrong. And to be honest, I think they expected the movie to do better than what it did. They're not going to say that. Of course, they're going to act like it was the biggest success ever, because that's what you do in marketing. You never say, our product failed. Sorry, guys. No, you're like, this movie did great. Even if it didn't do as good as they think or expected it to. And But once again, you look, the people blame that if you didn't like the movie and things, you're a misogynist. No, what if you just didn't like it? Look at China, right? They said Brie Larson wasn't pretty enough. That was a big push in China. Her acting was like a block of wood. Maybe she would have came off more pretty if her acting would have had more emotion rather than a plank of wood, right? Because I think a beauty a little bit in the eye of the beholder there. Though I don't think she was the best choice to play Captain Marvel by all means. I'm going to agree on that one. There's a lot of other characters that could have been strong, showed a great presence, had good emotion, and been beautiful. I mean, look at Wonder Woman, right? Great casting there, in my opinion. But it is what it is. They've got this fascination that everything has to look like you, and no wonder they're failing. You know, they're just not doing good in the numbers, not movie-wise, but especially in the comics. You know, absolutely atrocious. And I think it's this division that constantly is doing it, rather than growing the market like they think they are by trying to get these minority and smaller communities, which, once again, there's nothing wrong with getting them, but you can't get them at the expense of the others. You've got to get them all together. You have to create characters that everybody can like. Last time I checked, a lot of people like Spider-Man, female, different genders, you know, all over, male, female. When I say different genders, I mean male or female. Binary. Ooh, I'm in trouble now. And, you know, color your skin. Who gives a crap? They like Spider-Man or Deadpool. My wife loves Deadpool. My wife loves Spider-Man. Last time I checked, she's female. She's, you know, had my kids and everything else, and she's beautiful. You know, it is what it is. But the society we have today with these people are driving their sales down. So my question to you, okay, because I remember from my youth, I never cared that I looked like Captain America or not. But my question to you is, what do you think? Do you think it's these parents? Do you think it's the comic creators? Do you think it's these comic creators that are screwed up and creating this divide and things? Or do you think how did they get there? How did these comic creators get to that ideal that they have to look like us? On top of that, did you ever buy a comic book because the character looked like you, ever? Maybe you have. I don't know. Maybe you're like, hey, this character was like me. I don't know. I'd like to know your thoughts on it. Have you ever done that? Or did you always buy a character because you thought they looked like an interesting story, a cool costume, a great cover on a comic book, whatever it may be? What enticed you to get that? All right. Well, I'm going to wrap it up here. I think if you enjoyed these videos, you know what, please help me out, me and Little Frugal, as we march on. By the way, if we get a few more subscribers, I told them I'd take them to the comic store and the video game store. If you enjoyed these videos, hit like, subscribe, and I guess the subscribe button doesn't do a whole lot anymore, so if you don't mind, hit that notifications button. But what I would really like is you to leave a comment down below. Share your thoughts on this subject with me. That's what these videos are about. And if you feel like you want to help the channel, we have an info bar down below that you can join our Patreon. I know not everyone's a big fan of Patreon. I'm sorry. It's working for me right now. You know, until I can move to a different platform or something. We'll see. And so I appreciate that. You can help us out that way. And until next time, keep it frugal.